Hello everyone, Tanak here. Welcome to episode 37 of Building My Industrial Empire in EVE Online. This channel now has over 900 subscribers. I never ever thought it would go this far when I started. I'm very happy with you guys. I'm super grateful. I hope I continue to be interesting enough for you so my adventure are worth following. So let's start with the usual progress report. If you look at the total value of my character plus my corporation, we are at 53 billion ISK. And you will see a little change here is that I'm now only tracking two characters, Tanak, which is a CEO of Gonzaros Toy Company, and Erica, which is the CEO of the procurement division. So if you look here, Tanak net worth raised by about like 1 billion. Erica raised by 600 mil, 700 mil maybe. Toyco stayed pretty much even. Procurement stayed even. Deep Space is no longer tracked, and Tanak Callahead, which was my other character, I'm no longer tracking. What is happening is that after a discussion internally, we decided to close the Deep Space office for a few reasons. But the main reason was me as a CEO, I was getting spread too thin. It's not fair for the member of a corp when the CEO is always focused on other things, and you cannot be in-game focus on what's happening in low-sec essence and at the same time trying to organize things in null-sec. I had director there, but it's not the same as having a CEO that is there pushing for the corp. So even though they were doing a great job, I felt that, personally I felt that I wasn't giving my 100% to that corp, and it wasn't fair for the member there, and it wasn't fair for the alliance. Just let it happen. That was taking us in and providing structure and everything, because we were basically just a bunch of individual ratting there with no organized activity. So what we did is the people that were really interested in the null life, there was a few, they applied directly to one of the Just Let It Happen corporation, and we're closing. I think there's only two characters left, like my CEO and another guy, so we're closing. All the assets have been moved, and we're closing Deep Space division, and I'm no longer going to track that character as a CEO. So all the money has been sent to Tanak. I had that character as Omega. I extracted the skill and injected them on Tanak. So that's what I did. The rest of the change, as you will see, I'll explain as we go along. We did get a huge player donation in the toy company. Like one of our members donated 2 billion in liquid disk, which helped a lot. I moved some asset mineral to procurement. I'll cover all of those things when we get to the proper section. So, but anyway, right now we did progress with about 500 million this week, considering all the move, all the asset shift, and everything. So let's go with HR. Toy company. I am actively kicking out, well, both corp that I have now, I'm kicking out any character that has over a month. So as long as you've been logged within the last 30 days, I'm keeping them in corp. As you see, we do have like daily login, and some people that are maybe not daily but often enough, and a few that are less active, but it is like real members. So we're at 63 people. I think it's a little bit less than that because I know that I was at 63 before I kicked 4 out. So I think we're at 59. Probably just hasn't updated yet. And on the procurement side, I'm doing the same thing, kicking everybody that hasn't logged in for a while. And procurement side, we're at 88 members. So anybody that, and these are all people that logged in at least in the previous month. Because the thing is, I don't want the corp to be a paper tiger. You see a lot of corp in Eve where you have like a 500 member but 10 people online. I don't want that. I rather the people be surprised by the amount of people that we will bring in a fight than the other way around. So that's our philosophy there. Like I said, we close Deep Space because, well, part of it is, a large part of it is because me as an individual cannot give focus to everywhere at the same time. So we kind of regroup to our objective, and from the start, my interest has always been essence, has always been high and low sec essence, and this is where we're operating with Strictly Unprofessional. So this is where I'm putting my focus. So the member of Deep Space that were there have applied and have joined the different Just Let It Happen Corp. So we're on very good term with them. It wasn't any hard feeling. It's just, okay, well, for the best of everybody in that situation, that was the move that we chose to do. What else? We sold our last Avenger structure to Oprah, which is a small mining corp. So they bought the Raitaru, the sweatshop. I think they kept sweatshop in the name, so I'm glad with that. We took a little haircut in a way because I sold them for the price that I could unanchor it for. So they basically, the rigs and everything. So when all in all, if you look at the net worth, it's probably a drop of 800 mil or something. But that's part of that's part of the cost of owning structures. Once you put rig in them, you can't really move them around. So you got. I was happy, and I think they were happy with the deal. So win-win for me. I mean, we wanted to exit the area, so might as well get something for our structure. And if they can use the structure on their side, good for everyone. And we are unanchoring the compressor, so we no longer have any structure in the Avenger Charm Route area. What else? Okay, on the industrial operation, we finished the Phoenix that we were building, and one of the reasons we're a little short on cash right now, well, no, not a little short, but the client is somebody internal to the corp, and he still has $1 billion to pay on it. So we're our net worth should be $1 billion higher because of the money for the Phoenix. It will be in the next few days. Also, the obelisk that we had on order is almost finished. So this one should sell. So we will have more liquid disk again, and we are selling because we don't have any ship on our order book, so we are selling mineral to the Alliance. The way it's set up in the Alliance is the Alliance buy the mineral at a little above G to buy from all the member, and the member corp can buy. They buy the ore at a little above G to buy, and we can buy mineral straight from the alliance. So the alliance kind of fuel their structure between the margin that they make on that. And for us, individual member make basically a little above G to buy when they sell their ore to the alliance. So it's a good setup. It's working great, but we're still doing our regular update to build our wallet, because I told you that Guns was our goal for the next few months is to actually pad our wallet to be able to have flexibility when we decide to move to something else afterward, or even if there's a war or anything. So we want to have some resources to be able to stay on the long run. We had a few problems before where we didn't have the cash flow to finance our project. So right now we are moving into we're using the fact that we no longer have structure to actually pad our wallet. So we're still running our weekly up where people donate mineral to the corp, but this is sold to the alliance to pad the wallet, or we use it to build and to sell to pad the wallet again. Aside from that, the toy company individual, they're doing, because we had a pretty calm week. So they're doing trig site, emerging conduit, also making money the way combat pilot make money. So mission running also. So they are padding their wallet too. What else? We had a big meeting in the alliance to decide how we were gonna split different tasks among the officer of each corp in the alliance. So we basically agreed on a different role within the alliance structure, and people that will fill their role. So we have like some people that are taking care of production at the alliance level, the military, obviously. They're like all the role that you can think of in an alliance at some point. I don't know if it's OPSEC or not to present everything here, so I won't do it today until I clear with the rest of the alliance that what I can and can't show in the video. But so we basically agreed on a lot of role, and my personal role for the alliance is going to be diplomacy. So I'm going to be I don't know if it's head diplomat. Anyway, I'm going to be diplomat for Strictly Unprofessional, as well as CEO of Guns R Us and Procurement Division, Guns R Us Procurement Division and Toy Company. And let's talk a little bit about diplomacy, because first thing you need to do when you're a diplomat is know your area and know who's who in your neighborhood, who can impact your action, and who has power and who can project that power in your area. As you seen before, we were here in Ivanger and Charmrout, but we moved to get closer to Strictly Unprofessional. The main deployment of Strictly Unprofessional is Lovrier, where we have our market hub, and we got stationed basically all around that area here. We've got a different station for moon mining, for compressing production. So this is where we operate. On this map, I've added the different strong group that are active in the area. Obviously, I'm not including every single corp that has a pogo or a structure. In essence, the map would be full. But these are groups that have significant force projection. I would say a group that can bring at least like 10 battleship to a fight. So the big guy, I would say, like if I had to like rate a power level from 1 to 5 in the area, these guy would be 5. Shadow Cartel and Pen is Out. Shadow Cartel is based in around Ashi. Pen is Out is based in Old Man Star. Well, Pen is Out, their operation in essence is based because Pen is Out is a nullsec alliance, so they are the main the big part of their force is in nullsec, but they do have a very strong presence in Old Man Star. If I'm just going by the structures. And the people are active there. I mean, if you zone in, you will see at least 10 people from their corp. And you have effort. I don't know the exact relation. Are they Pen is Out alt or not? I don't have an open line with this group yet. I haven't talked with them a lot. But from what I understood, is because they're always together on the kill board. They're on the same side of the kill board all the time. So I would guess that either a strong alliance or they're alt or. And Pen is Out is around Old Man Star, Ladistir, and they have a few structure here in that cluster. Effort, it's the same thing. Effort has a bunch of structure here in that cluster, and they also have, I think, one structure in Old Man Star. And they had one at Anor and Avenger when we were there. So they're kind of spread all over the place. Here you got Pirate Lords of War. Their main corp, their executor corp, is Sons of Salin. So all this little pocket of those two low sec and that high sec system are theirs. Blingden Stone, that you might remember from past episode, was with Rockhard Revolutionary. From what I understood, and I'll always like understand that what I'm saying here is my perspective as a player who has incomplete information as everybody in the system. So you're trying to piece what you get from one place or the other. From what I understood, Rockhard Revolutionary went to nullsec to join another nullsec group there. And Blingden Stone joined Pirate Lords of War. So that entity there, their main deployment area is in that sailing cluster, in essence, because I know they also have other deployment area away from Essence. I'm just putting the Essence map. I'm not putting the entire Eve galaxy here. Blingden Stone before was in Isanan. The structure that I put a bounty on, they unanchor it from what I understood because it's no longer there. So, and nobody claimed the bounty. So, well, anyway, it's okay because whatever bad blood is, it's behind for now. until we get a reason for anyway, we'll see. Other group, you got Ice Piraten, which I think is a Korean guild from what I understood, and they're in Obayu part. They're not really on our time zone, but they're a pretty strong group too, even if they're not numerous on the corp. Like you see like 25 member, but look like it's 25 active members, so they are active. And then I don't know if I should put it there because when we lived around Avenger here, we don't see them often, but they own a bunch of Poco in that area here in Charm, Jolver, Castlemon, Messibir, Velor Accord, which is a faction warfare, a large faction warfare group. So PvP Corp with around 500 player. I haven't seen them very active in the area, but if they decide to, I'm guessing they could be. But they also hold, last time I checked, they had sub and null too. So these are the big-ish player. Like like I said, if I would put like a power level from 1 to 5, those two would be the 5. Revolution would be like a 4 or 5. I don't know. I don't know if Revolution. I probably 4, because I mean you can't compare a group that hold a bunch of sub and null to a local group, but they're pretty strong. Effort is kind of like with pen is out, so I wouldn't rate them separately because they are always together. Pirate Lords of War are probably 4. I mean, I'm not sure, like a fight between those two who would win. I don't know. But still, they're pretty strong. And then we got like us. We're not as strong as these other group, but Gun joining on pro kind of raised our strength. Well, on pro we're PvP player, and Guns had number, and now the guns PvPer are getting some intense training, and also the FC that we were lacking before. So it has improved our combat efficiency a lot. So I would say that we are now probably at least we can bring some punch to a battle, but I don't want to flex like, okay, we're super powerful. We are not on the same level as these guys, obviously. So and that's about it. So this is just recon. Because as a diplomat, what I'm gonna try to do is get an open line with each of these corp. I mean, you want an open line even with people that you have conflict with, because no conflict is permanent in EVE. Alliance shift all the time, and sometimes you can avoid a need. Well, fights are fun too, but sometimes you can avoid a needless fight if you understand what the other want, and if there's no conflict of interest, you can often find win-win situation too. So you want to have an open line. And also what I want, these are obviously my priority on the diplomatic front, because you will always give your priority to the people that can bring the more firepower to the table. But I don't want to ignore all the smaller group there, because when you add them together, if you get a corp with like can bring 5 PvPer to the table, well, okay, it doesn't like what Gun was before, or even a smaller corp than what Gun was. Well, when you add them all together, it still can turn the tide of a battle. And also on the economy, because diplomacy is just not military, you can get industrial collaboration. Let's say if you add all those little ISEC mining corp there, and we need mineral because we're producing, well, you can set up contract. Maybe these guys appreciate to be able to sell directly here instead of going all the way to Jeddah. So you got a lot of stuff here. So obviously having an open line with as much people as possible in the area is my main goal for now. We are not currently we're not in an expansion mode. We're in a consolidation mode where we want to make sure that guns are well integrated within Strictly on Pro, and we take the time to pad our wallet to make sure that the guns pilot have all the doctrine ship that are needed in Strictly on Pro. So we got a few weeks of doing that for now. So we're not in a conquest mode for now, or even an expansion mode. We're in a consolidation mode for the time being. So anyway, that's the political situation. And since I'm gonna be a diplomat for on Pro, well, the series will focus a little more on this and maybe a little less on industry, because well, we will build stuff as a corp, but I might not go into, I might be going more into details on alliance position and maybe less on industry as we move forward. Again, we'll see. I don't have like hardcore set plan for the future. This is just the way I see it going forward. What I need to do also personally is write mission statement for both corp. What do we want to do with what are the objective of both of the corp in the group that are now part of the alliance? Because before I had like a clear vision with guns, which was to own Essence. It was a naive vision, probably. I very much understand that now, but still, it was a driving force behind our actions. Now I need to find that driving force again to give the guy in the corp, so that when they log in, they know what they're working toward. Because Eve is really a game where you have to set your own objective. And I would say my mid-term objective is to have like at least 50 billion liquid ISK if I add both corp together. But that's just an ISK number, and it does motivate for a while, but it's not the same as controlling an area or something like that. So I need to find what will be the driving factor for all the guns player when they logged in. So that's gonna come. Hopefully I'll have something by next week. And I don't know if I don't plan. I mean, there's no plan for any aggressive action. It is this week is going to be a week of unless content find its way to us, it's going to be a week of making ISK and consolidating our position. Hopefully you enjoy this week video. I will continue to keep you updated on my progress. And well, see you guys next week. Bye bye.